So we're going to be causing danger areas as well. And then we're going to move out and we're going to start doing immediate action drills. Okay? We're going to start getting contacts left, contacts right, contact to the front, things of that nature. And we're going to see how we're able to put that stuff together and how we're going to be able to work and make it well oiled. Cool? Everybody's ready to whip it on? This is it. This is it right here. Let's put it all out. If you need to get more dispersion on the move as you're assaulting forward. If you need to shift to the left or to the right, shift them to the left or the right. Let them know. Control your teams, make sense? If one's lagging behind, one needs to pick up, one needs to shift, you need to let them know that so that team leader can get that team to execute, make sense? But unless you put it into context sometimes, unless you've been in enough firefights to understand what's really going on, you might need a little bit of direction. Does that make sense? So put things into context. Right now we're assuming that we have a whole squad here that you're a squad leader for.
All right.
You just happen to be up front. This happens to be, let's say, that lead element, that lead team. They're on patrol and they get contact to the front. Okay. Then we're going to react that way. So you don't have to give any commands because those first two guys that receive contact initially, they might be the ones that's going to yell contact front. Okay. It might be somebody in that second team back there that realizes they're getting shot at. They're going to yell contact front. Okay. And then everybody's going to react to that and pass the word. Make sense?
Yeah.
Contact front!
It is silly, but it's just putting it more in perspective of what's happening out there. We're not actually going to fire live rounds or fire ammunition right now. It costs 53 cents a round. It's ridiculous. So during this rehearsal, we just do it, just making noises, bang, 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 bada, bada, jam, whatever, just to get perspective and noise. Part of that noise is important with gunfire when you've got a maneuver element and a support by fire position, because some of that gunfire and some signal plan and some other things tells that support by fire position that they need to shift fire because they have friendly forces moving into where their fires would be. We want to get all guns engaged. We want to get all bullets going towards bad guys. We want bad guys' heads down, and then we want to get on top of bad guys and make bad guys egress or make bad guys die. And that's the only way you're going to survive that close ambush. There's just nothing else. So does that answer your question? Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you are, I'm going to die right now unless I get behind this. Get behind it, but get out from behind as fast as you possibly can because your buddies are putting fire down and they need your gun up there. Bad. That's what it takes to win those fights, those close range fights where you can't get out of the kill zone. You're stuck in it. You take the kill zone to them. You make them the kill zone. And you do that, just that high volumes of fire and violence and boldness, violence of action and assault through. That's what it's all about. That's the only thing that's going to keep you through it or get you through it.
Can anybody continue? Is anybody hurt? Do they have holes in them? Because we just got shot at. Did anybody twist an ankle? Is anybody's knee jacked up? Right? Is there anything that we have to do right now in order to attend to individual that might be jacked up?
Transitioning into the final event, it's about a 4-hour event, and it involves people going out using the skills that they've learned as a fire team and as a squad going out on security patrols. They're going to make contact with some unknown folks, and then they have to go send out a recon patrol and then figure out exactly where they're at and collect some information on them and then come back and report that information. And it's just going to build up to a decision to what's going to have to happen to take care of those bad guys. In this case, they're going to be bad guys, and then they're going to use the skills that they've learned to formulate a plan, and we're going to go over some planning process here shortly too, and then they're going to go take care of bad guys. It's not practical stuff that they're going to use in their everyday life. It's not defensive handgun at the gas station, at the gas pumps kind of thing. Nothing like that at all. This is after someone's went and got that training, that handgun training, they carry a gun every day, and they're good defensive shooters, and they've got the thought process down, and they're still students, and they're learning and progressing well. All these people right here have been vetted. They're all good people. They're known to be good people. Background checks, we know all that about them. Yeah, there's absolutely no replacement for out here getting the training, asking the question as it happens in the process, and getting the answers. And you can't see that in a YouTube video. You just can't get it. Well, I think there's a thin layer of politeness in our society in America. It's peeled back every Black Friday, but when Xboxes are on sale. We see it when Katrina hit. A lot of violence down there. A lot of things that weren't on the television that we didn't know about. A lot of folks getting shot. A lot of folks shooting other people. A lot of bad things. You don't want to be in that area, not just for the natural disaster. You wouldn't want to be there afterwards because of things that were going on. And if you don't have a place to go, and you have to stay relatively close because you don't have the means to get anywhere, we want to band up. Humans found out early in time, when humans became humans, basically we don't survive very well by ourselves. We want to get with a team. Bad guys want to get with a group of bad guys. Good guys, if they want to survive, get with a group of good guys. So if we have an event like a Katrina event, power grid goes down, we get hacked by one of these foreign entities again, something like that happens, it's a real threat. I don't think it's as likely as, that using a defensive use of firearm on a daily basis kind of thing, but it is something that down the road you might want to think about training for it. If you're a prepper or you have that preparedness lifestyle, we think about long-term food storage. People, a lot of times preppers are all about, well, I need these items. Look at this stuff. Look at my bug out bag. I've got this, and that. It's awesome. I can count everything. I've got this many rounds. I've got this much food. I've got all this stuff. But they don't think about the training side of it. They might have the best gear ever, but they don't know how to use it. They're going to die in a fight. We're looking for possible people coming into the area, target indicators, things that they've left out there, any kind of indication that maybe something's going on, somebody moved through the area or somebody's about to move through the area, anything like that. We're out there just trying to maintain the general security. If there is contact, we would like contact to be out there with the security patrol and not right here where the important people are. Okay, we don't want that to happen, so we're going to go out there and run those security patrols just to be out there in case anybody's moving around. We'll make contact with them. Both of you have the same rules of engagement. If you encounter anybody out there, you are not to engage. You don't know enough about it. If you are threatened in any way, you have the inherent right to self-defense. If someone tries to shoot you, hurt you, shoot your friend, present a weapon towards you, and you are in fear for your life, you are in immediate danger, then you're cleared hot to engage.
If we engage, how do we know when they're done?
They will fall down and die.
As part of their final mission, the teams are sent out on security and reconnaissance patrols. Teams must utilize the skill sets they learned over the past 2 days, including navigation, hand signals, team movement, and formations. As they approach known danger areas, adrenaline starts pumping, and the team is visibly on alert. As the team is ambushed, communication, formation, and tactics quickly break down. A stark reminder that even in training, the adrenaline response can cripple sound decision making.
What did you do wrong?
We didn't get in line, we didn't assault through.
This close right here, prone may have been a good choice, a knee may have been a good choice, standing may have been a good choice, but you needed to get guns in the fight, and because you kept pushing forward, she wasn't able to engage. You weren't able to engage for a while. Then you were able to get to where you could shoot. You had to maneuver quite a bit to get there. But you should have been stationary till you get your forces online and then assault through. You got to get those guns in the fight. Okay. You 2 guys, you don't want to fight 3 guys. You want 4 guys fighting 3 guys. You want overwhelming force anytime you can get it. Okay, next time, I want you to just drop prone, contact front, lay into them, get everybody online, and then assault through those guys. Back up to that corner right there. We're going to do it one more time. Get on roll! Get on roll!
Even with the expectation of an ambush, members of Team 1 experience a reality check as more breakdowns occur, highlighting the complex nature of pushing through a staged ambush.
I didn't take into account that there could have been someone else on this side of the brush or this side, so that it does show that it's important to saw all the way through and then get your hasty 180 so you can observe if there's any enemy left kind of hanging back to take a second round at you.
Well, we had security patrols go out. Those security patrols, one of them encountered some hostiles. They had 3 guys just blatantly just start lighting them up. And they downed those bad guys. They were done. And we had another security patrol find their camp over in another area. We sent out a recon patrol to go make sure that those camps were affiliated. There was the same people or the same group of people. And intel came back that they were really mad about their buddies going down and what they did, what happened to them. And they were talking about coming over here and attacking our people. So right now they've made the decision. We had a little, basically almost like a little court system in there. In the context of what's going on here, it's without the rule of law. And because of that, we got to make sure that what we're doing, even during that amount of time, it's still moral, legal, and ethical. So I had them basically present to me an argument and their decision of what they needed to do and why they came to that decision, so they could articulate it to me, because they need to be able to articulate it if something like this were to happen and they had to actually fight somebody. Even if the cops weren't around, the cops weren't coming for days, they still need to do the right thing. This is incredibly complex. This is not something to be taken lightly. We're talking about human life. There's nothing on this world more sacred. You can teach a monkey how to run a gun. It's a little bit more difficult to teach someone how to think, thinking tactically, where they make the right decisions with the right information and able to get that information and interpret that information. A little bit more difficult than running a gun.
After a lengthy discussion, all teams decide to initiate an attack on the enemy base camp. After rehearsals, the teams make their way to their respective staging areas. This is the final moment where all the skill sets they learned over the past few days will be tested. At a specified time, the first assault team initiates the attack. They pop smoke to signal the other teams to begin their respective courses of action. As the adrenaline response kicks in, the teams demonstrate hesitance and a lack of aggressiveness.
Yell it loud. Support my fire needs to hear you. Get down. Take down for it. Shut down 180.
Guys, security, right now. You're not done. We're patrolling back. We're in the fight, right here, right now. Security stays out. Get the patrol moving back to base. You did what you need to do right here. Now do what you need to do after this is done and get back to base safely.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
You need to establish a 360 and step off in whatever order of march you guys were going to when you get out of here. Right now, you've got a lot of people standing around waiting to get shot by those 8 guys that are coming to reinforce them.
Brother, use your voice. Right here. Cigar, right here.
Stay on the alert
Stay in the
as you're
fight.
going back. You just got into a fight. How many were here at this objective? 3. How many were they waiting on? 8. You think those 8 guys that are coming here to link up with them are probably moving a little faster now that they heard all this gunfire?
First time the group doing it, never doing it before ever. A lot of the movement, the coordination was pretty solid. It was the individual actions that really suffered in that. It was the lack of intensity, the lack of violence, not moving forward, not continuing to push. And they're tired. They've been ran hard for 2 days, and it's the first time doing this ever. They always have to question everything they're going to do at this level right now. So it's totally normal to see what we just saw. But the big picture, what they did, they really came a long way. They did a really great job. There's some things that need to be fixed on. It could be a heck of a lot better. But having a group of people that didn't even know each other, and then we put them together and then spent 2 days with them and then built to this right here, it was good, really good, impressive. So what we try to do with the students and what I try to do, some students need you to just get in their ass. They need you to yell at them. They need you to get them straight, do the right thing. This is why you're doing it wrong. Stop doing it wrong. I know you know better. Why did you do that? Some people need some tough love. Some people need, hey, that was a good job on this. You can work on that. That attaboy and a kick in the ass at the same time. It's finding what each group, what each student, what each class needs to make them be better. And it's not about stroking egos. It's about getting better at what we're doing. It's about being able to survive if something bad were to happen. And sometimes being nice to people doesn't work that way. Sometimes being nice to them and talking sweet to them is exactly what you need. And you have to find those things that work for each person. what you did out there, I thought, like I was telling Andy, your coordination, your time of attack, when everything kicked off, and even the planning and the rehearsals and everything that went through that, whenever you guys it looked really good. I thought the individual actions were very lacking in the assault element, lack of aggressiveness. And then I thought when we did the consolidation and everybody came in and we're getting that 180, there was a lot of people lack of individual actions. You know, like we should not stand around and look at each other. We should take an E-face outboard and set that 180. That's what we need to do. Security, 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 security. Hey, I don't have a job right now. I should be pulling security. That kind of stuff. That's totally, you guys have been doing this for 2 days, you know?
There's going to be hiccups. Remember we talked about that, right? We talked about that. Nothing's ever going to go as planned. But you got to be able to adjust and make timely, sound decisions and recover from that and have good effects at the end. Which happened. Support by fire opened up. Had effects on target. That assault element picked up, started moving. Popped what? Popped the smoke. That was a signal they were in the attack. You guys were able to identify them and be able to shift your fires and cease your fires as needed as they continued on their assault onto the objective. They pushed through that objective, got on the far side, set up, called in for consolidation, base of fire picked up, and moved in. So everything that you had planned to execute, did it get executed?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Was it successful?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Your mission that you went out to do was successful. Would you have been able to do that very first day when we met up over there and we parked our vehicles and we told you to get out and say, hey, there's some bad guys over there. Would you be able to have done it as effectively?
Absolutely.
So to see you guys come from where you came to where you are now in 2 freaking days is amazing.